Is that going through? I think we're live. No, we're not. There we are. Okay. I think we're live now. Yeah, my photo wasn't coming up. Okay, cool. Is that both on those? Okay, that's both live. And then I need to start this one. Go live. Topic. Chat interview. Yes, go live. Okay, there we are. Now we're live. What's up? What's up, Coach? Sorry about that. I've got TikTok Live now set up on my computer, so was working through that. What's up? Hey, Tracy, how are you? Hey, Nick, Bitcoin is expected move. Possible for sure. It definitely could be the start. It definitely could be the start for sure. What's up, Ahmed? How are you? I'm trying out a new streaming now I switched over to the computer, so we'll see if I get flagged for unoriginal content. I got a support at TikTok now. I got to dedicate like a support guy at TikTok that is going to help me through some of these issues. And he said, hey, if I get flagged up on TikTok to let him know. So we're going to try it out today. We'll see if we get flagged as unoriginal content today, but I don't think we'll get that. We'll see. We'll see. If hopefully not. But I am broadcasting in both landscape and portrait on TikTok Live. So for those of you that want to see the whole screen, you can do that. If you want to just see the like vertical format on TikTok Live, feel free to do that. But I have both options, so you can choose whichever one you suit best. But yeah, I mean, so far on Bitcoin, we got a decent move. Let me change some of these colors because I realize some of these colors are not necessarily the most visible here on this black screen. But yeah, I mean, we've got a reaction now. Looks good. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that y'all are liking this a little bit better because I felt like with the phone, it was so annoying. It was so frustrating with the phone. You guys can hear me and everything, right? Like volume all good on TikTok. You guys can hear me. Volume, everything good. Just want to make sure. Sounds good. Okay, cool. Perfect. Let me just make sure. Audio mixer, microphone, quadcast, primary microphone. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, so we'll try this out this time around. I think it's so much better because now I have like my picture here. You can see me like here, and then the screen is down below. And then on the landscape format, you can see my entire screen, which is nice because sometimes it gets frustrating when I have to continue to flip back and forth between the two. So now I have flexibility there. But yeah, let's go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin analysis. Everything good. Okay, good. Looks good. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, I mean, not too much has changed as far as the thesis behind Bitcoin. You know, we're getting a drop. We're getting a drop now, which is we'll see what happens over the next couple days, next week. I mean, it's still early, but it doesn't seem like the evening. What's up, Canceled? How are you? It doesn't necessarily seem like the negotiations went, sort of according to plan, if you will, but that could be by design. I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, this is the next zone that I'm watching. Again, nothing's changed. 60 to 50K still remains my target. That has not changed, so I just realized that that's not in screen. 60 to 50K here is my target. That hasn't changed since beginning of February, I think. So that being my target here, and then we're just waiting for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. That's really what is left. Nothing's changed on that. Evening, what's up, Cancel? I like the new setup. Thank you, I appreciate that. I got everything set up now on TikTok where I have both portrait and landscape version. So if you want to see the portrait version, like just the up and down, or if you want to see the landscape, you can view both. I have it all in TikTok Studio right now. So I think the setup is way better than continuing to flip back and forth with the phone. I got pissed off by it. So, but yeah, I mean, nothing's really changed as far as Bitcoin goes. The zones that I've been watching now for the past couple months is really hasn't changed. The 60 to 50K, this one to the 1.618. And so you're saying it won't go more down from 55K? It's possible. The zones that I'm paying attention to are 60 as sort of the base case up here at the 1. And then the 1.618 is typical for a wave 5. And then what's going on here? Why is my... Hold on. Why is my YouTube glitched? What's going on here? Let me just refresh that, maybe? That's weird. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that was doing. I think we're back. But yeah, I mean, it's possible that we get lower. I just don't necessarily think that we're going to go lower than 43, essentially. So 60 being the base case, 50 being the hypothetical expected, and then maybe an extension down to 43. That's sort of what I'm waiting for here on Bitcoin, and we'll evaluate that as price action comes out. But really too early to tell. We got to wait for this week to come out and see what news happens or what things happen over the news. It's weird. Sometimes I feel like the charts dictate world events as opposed to the charts reacting. That's how I am. So I've been like that for a good amount of time now. I think the news like validates people's theses when it comes to price action. I remember back in this time right here, back in this December, price action up here. I remember charting a bunch of this stuff saying, price is going to go lower, and everyone was saying that it was going to go higher. And then on this drop down, like when we started, getting this explosive move down, we had the Epstein file release. We had, multiple negative news events that almost like people use as a justification behind why price did what it did. And I'm like, well, I mean, the technicals were supporting that. So it is funny how sometimes the technicals lead, and then after that, you get the price action you were expecting. Is it possible testing 72K before we go down? Yeah, I mean, it is. So let me get it all into frame here. This was the zone that I've been paying attention to for... Give me a second. Hold on. Let me get all these levels on here as they were removed. So the levels that I've been paying attention to for a good amount of time was between the 0.382 to the 0.618. So these were the levels that I've been watching for this wave 4. Typically wave 4s retrace to the 0.382. And you can see after we got this wave 3 bottom here, we retraced to the 0.382, came down, came back to the 0.382, came down, came to the 0.5, came down, came above the 0.382 again, and then kind of reversing here. So I mean, it's possible that we maybe see a reverse back up to the 0.5 and get a reaction. Could we get a reaction at the 0.618 at 78K? Possible. But the more likely scenario is this move down is kind of what I'm waiting for, is the move down. So we'll see what happens. It's still early to tell. We just got to let price action do its thing. It's going to 40 possible. What's up, Juicy Juice? What's going on? Papa Bear, what's going on? I'm leveraged short from 73K. That's a decent entry. The best indicator is doing the opposite of TikToks. You take the average and just do the opposite of all the TikTokers pumping a coin and buy puts. It's not a bad idea. Like, you just go against the masses, basically, is what you're saying. You're basically saying, like, if 99% of creators are doing this, you do the opposite. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad strategy. Can you check ABBV, please? I'm thinking of taking a ride. What is it, ABBV? Is that a stock? ABBV. Let's go to the monthly. I'm thinking about taking it for a ride. All right, so I just want to do the 3-month first, get some structure, and then we can narrow down. I mean, let's go to the monthly one. I mean, this is kind of, for me, this almost looks like a 1-2, and then we're in the 3. But I want to go to the monthly just to see what this looks like. Again, I try to get everything in the vertical format of TikTok, but I am also broadcasting in horizontal. So if you can't see everything in the portrait mode, there should be like a square in the corner on the bottom right. If you hit that, it'll flip everything into landscape and you can see my whole screen. So I'll try my best to get everything in the portrait. I know holding the phone like this is a little bit, like if you hold the phone like this, it's a little bit easier versus this. I understand that, but I'm broadcasting in both, so feel free to, view it as you wish. So even that's not really as clear. I mean, maybe 1, 2. This whole structure doesn't really look as clean. This one looks a little bit better. This 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe 5. This looks like a wave 1 here, and then an ABC 2, and then this next price action is tricky, but we almost have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, ABC 4. This price action's weird. There's so many overlapping price actions, like it's not really clean, to be honest. Let's see what the moving average is doing. Where's the settings? Let me put that to white. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, the moving average is kind of holding support. You're kind of coming up on this moving average support. Could that potentially be a zone of influence? The only problem is the price action's not that clean. Like even on the weekly, maybe we have a 1 here, a 2 here, maybe a 3, 4, 5, and then this next wave, which would be a 2. But then this price action you can see on here, it's very overlapping. It doesn't really give a lot of structure. So as far as Elliott Wave Theory is concerned, I don't really have a lot of confidence in this, just based on the structure. If I'm being honest, it just doesn't look really clean. So for me, I would probably avoid it, just for me personally. But I don't know what the fundamentals of this stock are. Like I don't really know what the company does. Look at NASDAQ, dive down big. Yeah, I saw NASDAQ was down pretty big with the news. What do you think about meme coins? I mean, I don't really invest in meme coins, if I'm being honest. It's just not really what I do. I tend to focus mainly on the fundamental cryptos and the fundamental stocks as opposed to, higher risk meme coins. But that's me. That's me. You don't have to follow my strategy, but meme coins have some level of, there is some level of structure to it. They do tend to follow Elliott Wave Theory. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not the case, but I don't know. I don't really get meme coins. I'll be honest. I really don't get it. I'm not really sure. So that's my answer on that. It's, the amount of energy that you put being bullish on a coin, I'm confused on that. NDK, what's up, Slenderman? How are you? NDK? Is NDK a crypto? Unless you type that in. Oh, SNDK. Oh, I missed the S. I'm like, that don't make no damn sense. SanDisk Corp. Holy, this thing, what does this thing do? That's an insane move. Holy cow. Let me get everything in here. All right, I think you guys can all see that. That's an insane move on, what do they do? I mean, that's a move from the bottom. I mean, that's a 29x. That's insane. I mean, it has structure. You have this almost 1, ABC 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. I mean, it's got structure. I don't know what they do, but This thing absolutely ripped. Well, is this an impulsive wave? It doesn't really look impulsive. That really doesn't. That looks almost like corrective. Maybe I think the impulse starts here. Yeah, that makes more sense because you have this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, ABC 4, and then you're currently in the 5th. Let me make sure that passes all of Elliott Wave Theory rules. Yeah, I mean that would make sense. Let me put this on a chart. So this would be the wave 1, the wave 2, the wave 3 here, the wave 4, and then you're currently in the 5th. So it felt, and this is another reason why I love Elliott Wave Theory so much, is because it gives you targets like this. So you can see on this wave 3, this move right here, it fell between the 1.618 and the 2.618, which is the target for wave 3, and you can see the top of it was right here, which is the zone I always talk about when I talk about targets, is this level right here, the one between the 1.618 and the 2.618, and you can see this wave 3, you know, was right there. So, I mean, this thing's got a little bit more room to run. This looks like an A wave, an ABC B wave, a C wave, and then you're in the next impulse. And, you know, this kind of looks like the wave 1. Oh, the wave 1, wave 2, you're currently in the 3, you should get a 4-5. So there's still a little bit more room to run on this thing. And if we look at it from a monthly standpoint, this is kind of what's next, given the structure. So let me get everything in here. After this 5-wave move is complete, you know, wherever this thing ends up going, you get the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and then you get the 5. What you'll expect is an ABC down after that. And, you know, that could be a good place to be entering, and then you ride the next wave up. So that's an insane move. 29x off these lows. I don't know what this company does, but that's a massive move. That's huge. 68K, then 80K, then wait for the big drop. I mean, possible. Yeah, it's a stock. Oh, yeah, we just look. It's basically the thought behind the yin and yang. Yup, makes sense. We don't want to look at you. You just want to see. We just want to see the charts. What's up, Chill Dad? No. We're doing it different today. We have the computer PC set up, and you are going to see my face. That's what's going to happen, whether you like it or not. Hold on. Let's see. Only meme coin he likes is fart coin. No, don't listen to him. That's not true. Meme coins are good pump and dumps, yeah, for sure. Can you do an update on PLTR? Yeah, I can do that. What's up, Adri? How are you? I'm good. How are you? How's wait, it's late over in Spain, is it not? It's late over there, no? SNDK is manipulated. Yeah, I don't know what this thing does. I mean, that's a massive move. I have no idea what they do, but it's crazy. I think it got added to the NASDAQ. Is that what it is? SNDK gonna hit 1250? I mean, it could. Again, I don't know what this company does or what they do. I mean, the next target on this thing, yeah, is like 900, something like that. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. But structurally, I mean, you have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So the next move after that is an ABC down. And say you get to 1,000. You know, say this thing goes to 1,000. Let's just call it a round number at 1,000. The next levels I'd be paying attention to, if it gets to 1,000, would be 600 to 398 at the 0.32 to the 0.618. You could also see a rejection down to the 0.786. It's not off the table, but between 600 to 400 would be a likely retrace for a wave 2. So just factor that in. After a 5-wave movement, you get a 3-wave move down, and you know, you'll get a retracement on this thing. It happens to every asset. It's just the nature of how stocks move. You get a 5-wave up, then you get a 3-wave down, and then you get another 5-wave up. So the risk to reward in buying in this final wave carries a lot more risk. If this was something you wanted to look at, you know, wait for the correction down and then, you know, look to add there. But if you're buying in wave 5, it carries a significant amount of risk. Hood update? Yeah, we can do hood. Let's see. I added Tesla to the Notion dashboard, so if you guys are not in the Discord, I did add Tesla to the dashboard in the Discord. I have the free version and the VIP version. Can't wait for tomorrow's opening bell. Got to love the volunteer to eat in the market. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. How's it going? But what do you think about Tau and their major developer exit, wiping out over 900 million? Yeah, Tau's an interesting one. I mean, I'm personally in a swing trade right now on Tau. I mean, we'll see. I saw some other news about some new developers coming in, so we'll see how it plans out. I mean, I saw the interview afterwards. We'll see how everything pays out. I mean, structurally, I'm going based off the structure. You know, this could have been the news article to bring price down, so we'll see. But we'll see. What was the coin? Nick, they print money. It seems like it, yeah. Thoughts on Algorand? Okay, wait. I gotta do a bunch of okay, wait. Where were we gonna start? Okay, that is where PLTR. That was it. PLTR was the first one. No changes to PLTR. I've had this for a few months now, or not a few months, at least a couple weeks. I don't remember when. Let's see. I made this back in, I can't remember, but this hasn't changed. So the levels that I've been paying attention to on PLTR are as follows. I'm just waiting for this ABC correction. So you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have this ABC down. Let's see on the weekly. Let's see. On the weekly, you have this structure right here. So it almost looks like an A wave, a B wave, and then we're in the C wave. The key levels I was paying attention to on PLTR were 129 to 82 as my zones to have price come down to after this explosive move up. So after you get a 5-wave move, then you get a correction down, typically falling between the 0.32 to the 0.618, which is right at 129 to 82. So those would be the next levels that I'll be paying attention to on PLTR as this thing comes down. My PLTR average is $14 a share. Yeah, this thing's gonna rip up next too. Yeah, you're down here at the wave 1, which is a good entry. But you have this 5-wave move followed by a correction, then you'll get another 5-wave move to the upside. So while it's in corrective mode, long term, you know, it'll do well, but there's still more correction on the table for sure. Algorand, yeah, we can do Algorand. What do you think of Microsoft? I actually added Microsoft to the dashboard recently too. But let me see. How's it going? Tau. Yeah, I covered Tau. Tesla. There was another Ethereum. What's up, Sanjay? There's so let me get to some of these charts. I think I did an Ethereum update on today, actually. I did an Ethereum. I just want to make sure that none of the let me get that out of the way. That's from the VIP. I don't want to reveal that. That's for all the VIP members. So if you saw that, there's your freebie for the week. But on Ethereum, let me go to the weekly chart here. The Ethereum chart looks like this. So we're just waiting for this 5-wave move up to the upside. This 5-wave move for the wave 3 is what I'm waiting for next on Ethereum. My next targets on Ethereum are 7,500 to, if we get an extension to the 2.618, over close to 11,000. So between 7,500 to 11K is my next target on Ethereum. I like Ethereum. I own a decent amount of Ethereum. I like it. I like the structure on it. Looks good. We have a 5-wave move up, this corrective down, but my next target is 7,500 to 11,000. Can you do Tau? Yeah, we can look at Tau. Where is your 0.764? I don't have it on there. So when you use the fibs, you know, you can customize it however you want. You can put, you know, whatever fibs you want on here. Can I customize one? Yeah, I can customize one if I want, but I just stick to the standards. You know, I don't use the what was that? The 0.764? Yeah, I don't use that one. That's just not something I put in there. For gold, the rejection before market open was crystal for gold. What happened at gold? What's a hood update? Yeah, we can do a hood update. I don't think Hood has really done anything since. Yeah, it's still in that zone that I figured it would be in for a little bit. I mean, we've had a 5-wave move up, and then we're kind of waiting for this correction down to happen. Let me move this over to the right. Yeah, I mean, Hood is still kind of just in corrective mode right now on Robinhood. The zones that I was talking about was the 0.382 to the 0.618 on Robinhood. So we've had that already hit. We've had this A wave, B wave, and the C wave down. We have the 200 moving average actually moving up right here. So price has kind of been chipping around here for a little bit. Do we see some rejection here and then the upside possible? But yeah, it still looks like it's in corrective mode for Robinhood. Just for fun, can you chart the value of PSA 10 Magic Cart from... Wait, what? Are you talking about Magic Cart graded 10 Pokemon? Is that what you're talking about? From pricecharting.com? You can't do it. Hold on. What is it? Pricecharting.com? What is it? PSA Magic Cart? Holy shit, these things are these things are at $600. Well, the Elliott Wave Theory says this thing's gonna go to a $10. No. There's no Elliott Wave Theory with Pokemon cards. All jokes, all jokes. Can you do Solana? Yeah, we can do Solana. Solana. Just type the Magikarp Palladium Evolved. Alright. Oh man, you cracked me up. Alright, so I think, let me go to a different chart because I know there's the... I just did Solana today and added it to the dashboard. So if you're looking to add, let me cover your eyes. I need to delete this. Those are, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the whole chart for Solana. I just uploaded it to the dashboard. So if you are in the Discord, go check it out. If you're not, I uploaded it. I have a free version where I basically upload all the charts to. So I'll show you it real quick for those of you that aren't in the Discord. This is, again, on TikTok, I am broadcasting in both vertical and horizontal. So if you can't see the full screen, just hit the little thing in the bottom right corner. It's like a little square thing. It'll flip the picture horizontal so you can see the entire screen. I try to keep everything in there for the vertical, but again, it's a tiny screen, whereas on the horizontal, you can see the whole thing. So this is the dashboard for the free members in Discord. I do have a VIP as well. That's for, sort of the VIP side, but there is a free side. I uploaded Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin today. I also have Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, QQQ, SPY, Amazon, like all these charts I've uploaded here. You can hit the screenshot. It shows you the full picture with the full wave count. It also, you can go to the trading view and you can see the whole trading view chart if you want, but that's all in the dashboard in the Discord. So if you're not in there, feel free to join, check it out. It is, again, free. I do have a paid version as well for the VIP members, but just wanted to highlight that out there. But yeah, so with Solana, I added that today. We have a 5-way move on Solana in the last sort of 2021-2020 price action. Then so far we've had a sub wave 1, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the wave 1. Then we've had this ABC correction here for the 2. The next targets I have for Solana is let me zoom in here. So this is the price action I'm waiting for, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up. The next targets I have for Solana are like 500 to 800 is my next target on Solana. About $500 to $800 on Solana. Cosmosis, yeah, we can do Cosmosis. Ammo Security paying the first 5 to inbox the word grateful. Stay blessed, y'all. No paid promotions, Harry. Get out of here. Hood's correction finished. Possible, but we could see a little bit more chopping around for sure. The next target on Robinhood for me is 300. So the risk reward right now is actually very good. ICP coin. I don't know if we've ever looked at ICP coin on stream. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no structure for ICP. Like, it's just, you can see on the whole chart, it just moves down. So until we get a 5-way move off the bottom, there's really no telling where this thing's going to go. So we just have to wait for an impulsive wave off these lows, unfortunately. So it's, what the? But yeah, so that's what's next for ICP. Just waiting for this impulse off the low. So until we get that, you know, there's really no telling where this thing's going to go. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Sold to $30 after dead cat bounce, in my opinion. I mean, let's say $30, you said? So where's that at? $30 down here. I mean, it's not off the table. I think a lot of people are thinking we're going to have a dead cat bounce and a decline. I'm kind of contrary to that idea. We've been in corrective mode for so long. I think once Bitcoin bottoms, you know, maybe we get a little bit lower for Solana. I do think Solana and Ethereum and most alts might have a little bit of a lower move, and then we'll start the next move up. So I don't think we're gonna have this bounce and then down. I don't see that, to be honest. Have you done VeChain? No, we can do VeChain is in the dashboard, but yeah, I can do VeChain. Sui, yeah, we can do Sui. Can you check Moonwell? Oh my god, I have a story for y'all about Moonwell. My wife was on a Uber ride, I can't remember when, and some guy, the Uber driver's like, hey, you got, because she got to talking about how I like crypto and investing and stuff, and he was like, you got to check out Moonwell, you got to check out Moonwell. And my wife came home and was like trying to remember what it was, and she couldn't remember what Moonwell was. Next thing you know, the thing ripped up like a 5 to 6x. It was crazy. Okay, so let's look at VeChain. Good old VeChain. This is what I'm waiting for on VeChain. So let me get everything into chart here. We've had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here. We've had this big correction for this A, B, C wave down. And then what I'm waiting for next is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the lows. My targets being 43 cents. Basically between 43 cents to 70 cents is my next target on VeChain. Juliet, thank you for the rose. Yeah, my next target on VeChain is between the 1 and the 2.618, or the 1.618 and 2.618, between 43 cents to 70 cents is my next target on VeChain. Sui, I like Sui. The structure on Sui actually looks really good. So let me see. Let me move this. No, not Siri. Sui. Get out of here, Siri. So let me see if I can get everything into frame here. Yeah, so Sui, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up with this ABC, and then I'm waiting for this next between like $8 to 13 is my next zone for Sui. Cosmosis, yeah, we're gonna look at Cosmosis. Can you check Moonwell? Yeah, we can look at. What do you think about Microsoft? We can go to it. Will Bitcoin seem to fall or will it bounce? I have more downside on Bitcoin, I do. So 60 to 50K is my my next zone on Bitcoin. That hasn't changed in over 2 months now. I want to say, yeah, it's like 2 months, I think, is when, yeah, 2 months. I think beginning of February was when I was saying Bitcoin to 60 to 50K. So Cosmosis has this structure, which it's a very unique structure because we have a huge ABC decline. Now, the level that I'm paying attention to on Cosmosis is $1.08. If this price goes below $1.08, like if we get this low move down here, it would invalidate this 5-wave move, which would then, you know, we couldn't have these targets up here. But the next target on Cosmosis using Elliott Wave Theory is between $71 to $100. So that's, I mean, a pretty big move. That's what, a 39x from these prices, but $71 is my next target on Cosmosis. What about Block Tag? My brother's actually in the pre-sale of Block Tag. Bought in a Tau for the ride up. I am currently in a swing trade of Tau, yes. What are your thoughts on Circle? I've also price XRP. Yeah, we can do XRP. Circle, I am currently in Circle. I've already invested in Circle. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? Bitcoin, Microsoft. Yeah, we can do Microsoft. MSFT. Yeah, so I mean, again, Microsoft, you need like the massive time frame. So again, for those of you on TikTok, I am broadcasting in landscape. I would highly suggest moving to the landscape because I can't get this whole chart into a vertical format. Like, it's just not possible. So for those of you on TikTok, I would suggest flipping the screen to horizontal so you can see the whole screen. But we have a 5-wave move up here for this wave 1. We have this wave 2. We have this next 5-wave move up, and then diving down to the monthly here. We're currently in the subwave 2 of the macro wave 5. So waiting for that to unfold. So we have the subwave 2 here, which is what we're in. We have this wave 1, if I can get my draw piece. Wave 1, ABC2. Subwave 3 is next with a target of 748 to like almost, if we get up to 1,000 at the 2.618 possible. And then we'll have a subwave 4 and then another wave 5 to complete this macro wave, like macro big time frame, huge wave up. So the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and then the 5. So we almost have completed that, but there's still more room to go on Microsoft. Okay, I'm doing both. Nice. But yeah, there's a lot more room to go on Microsoft. Kaito Render. Got anything, another energy stock for you to check out? What's up, Becker? You are very skilled. I appreciate. Oh, it's taken time, man. It's taken a lot of time, a lot of practice, a lot of reading, a lot of studying, and then just having emotional discipline and not forcing the wave counts. I find it so many times over that people force these wave counts and they force it to fit their bias. You can't do that. You got to just be able to abide by the rules. Give me some coins for long-term invest. I mean, you probably do just fine with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, like some of the majors. You know, you'll do just fine there. But holy shit. Gav's dad with the 56 roses. Holy hell. I appreciate that. That's a big rose. XRP. I mean, XRP looks pretty good too. We'll look at Liu next. XRP looks good. That's on the dashboard, guys. So if you haven't checked it out, I upload about 3 to 5 stocks or cryptos every day to this dashboard. So if you haven't checked it out, go to the Discord. It's free. But I upload everything up on there for this dashboard. So it's all in there. You get the screenshot, the time frame, when I updated it, and you get the full screenshot of the wave count and what's next. But again, that what do you call it? That dashboard's in the Discord. I greet you from Palestine. Well, welcome into the stream. Aptos and still incorrective. There's no structure on that one, unfortunately, Adri. I remember looking at that one before. What's your XRP target? What's your chart show? Yeah, so XRP, yeah. You on the larger time frame here for XRP, we have this wave 1, wave 2, and then my next target on XRP is between $5 to $8. Between $5 to $8. Yeah, $5 to $8 is my next target on XRP. Opinion on BT. What's the time frame? This is weekly, so these are weekly candles here, and we've had the initial push up one. My next subwave target is $3 or $5 to $8. Then we'll get a correction, and then one more impulse up. Liu. Another energy stock, Cetrus Energy. All right, let's take a gander. We looked at, what was that energy stock we looked at before? I forget. Interesting. I mean, this thing's got a little bit of structure for sure. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 4. Let me go to the weekly. That to me doesn't. Well, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back here. Wave 1. ABC 2. Hold on. Wave A, wave B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So it looks like we've had, but on the monthly, it doesn't really suggest that. But it looks like we have a 1, ABC 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5. It does look like we have a 5-wave move on this. Let's see how far it's corrected so far is the question. And you can see we're sitting right, if I zoom in here, we're sitting right at the 0.618 here on this correction of this entire 5-wave move, which is interesting. You know, we're sitting here. Now the question is, what's next? So from current levels, about 900 to 1300 would be the next zone here. They make nuclear fuel for SMRs. Interesting. I mean, yeah, the next zone, this being the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with the correction, the next zone would be like 900 to 1300 on this. They make nuclear fuel for SMRs. Interesting. My target is 600 QNT 1. 600 Q on quant, you mean? Is that what you're referring to? Quant? I think QNT. Yeah, we can do QNT. Look at quant. I actually personally own quant. I haven't looked at the chart recently, but let's see here. Yeah, I mean, quant has like a massive structure to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, you have this 1 and then you're in the 2. So let's see what that target would potentially be. Let's see, quant. Yeah, like 600 at the 1.618. Somewhere around 600, this being the wave 1, 2, and then the wave 3 is next. So yeah, like 600 to 900 would be the next target on that. That would be what I'd be looking for next on QNT. Near protocol. Near, we're just waiting for impulses off the low. I think we looked at Near the other day. We're looking for impulses off the low on Near. That's really nice. Yeah, right around 600 at the 1.618. This thing's coiled for a while too. Like we've just chopped around here for a good bit. I mean, you can see on this wave 2. It's definitely coiled around a lot. It almost looks like an A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, and then maybe we get the impulse to the upside. But this thing's just chopping around for a correction. I think when this thing actually rips, it could be pretty good. Did I miss Ethereum? No, we can go back to it. I mean, Ethereum, the next target on Ethereum for me is 7,500 to 11,000. So on the smaller time frame, on the weekly, is between 7,500 to 1,000. That's what I'm expecting next after this 5-wave move. The wave 3 should be somewhere around 7,500 to 1,000. So that's what I'm waiting for on Ethereum. Let me scroll back through some of these comments here. Opinion about BTM? BTM? Bitcoin Depot? Is that? Ooh. Well, there's really not much structure on this one. If it's Bitcoin Depot, it just straight down. So there's really not much to do with that one. My target is Filecoin. Filecoin is just in corrective mode. We gotta wait for impulses. Has NASDAQ top? Let's see. NASDAQ. Oh, we can go to the NASDAQ 100 index. There we go. Let's see here. I just want to look at it on a large time frame first. And again, for those of you that are just joining on the TikTok live, I have both horizontal or portrait mode and landscape version. So if you're like, hey, I can't see your whole screen, just flip the screen and go landscape. It's hard to get all this price action into the screen, given that the portrait is just like 9:16. So I have it broadcasting in landscape as well. But this is the wave 1 with the ABC2, or no, with the 2, and then this looks like maybe the start of the impulse. But this is the wave 1 and 2 for sure. I mean, you can tell that on the chart. It's just a massive correction here. Now, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be the impulse of wave 1. So this would be the 1, 2. And then, let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be the 1, the 2. The 1, 2, 3, 4. Wave 3, so that'd be the 1 wave, the 2 wave, the 3rd wave, 4th wave, 5th wave. Shit. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be the 5th wave, so that'd be the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 5. Then this correction 4. All right, so you have the 1, the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. Okay, so yes, NASDAQ to me has topped. If you go to the monthly time frame, you can see it on here. Let me see if I can get it on the screen. So we have this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. And now we're waiting for a correction down. So I've been talking about it for a while now on SPY being topped and QQQ. The next zones that I'd be paying attention to on NASDAQ would be 20,000 to 18. Maybe a shallow correction to 22, but realistically about 20,000 on NASDAQ would be where I'd be paying attention to this move lower. Somewhere around 20K would be the next move, but I also want to see something else. I want to see something. Yeah, so if we correct, no sound detected? What do you mean no sound detected? Can y'all hear me or no? Audio mixer. Hello? Yeah, what do you mean no sound detected? Okay, y'all can hear me, right? Yes? Okay, cool. For whatever reason, TikTok Live was saying the sound was disconnected. I don't know why. But yeah, like 20,000, we could see something lower. If we get a really, 20,000, maybe 18, somewhere around that zone, like 20 to 18,000 would be my next target on NASDAQ. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see where this thing ends up correcting to, but 20,000 to 18,000 would be my next zones. 4,000 any person messaged me, God did. I mean, hey, praise be to our Lord and Savior, but I don't know if that's a scam or not. Can you look at H-bar? Yeah, we can do H-bar. SPX 7000 ride. We can look. SPX to me looks topped. If we do get a B-wave bounce, I am follow your bro, Tom Amos. I appreciate that. Fetch coin. I can't remember. We looked at fetch coin a little bit ago. Question: your targets are considering Bitcoin drop in, or how does that correlate? Thank you. Are you referring to how the correlation of Bitcoin goes with NASDAQ? Is that the question you're asking? Just want to make sure. Loud and clear. Okay. We're Richard. What's going on? You're clear. I can hear you. Okay, cool. Yeah, for whatever reason, TikTok was saying that the audio wasn't coming through. Sound is fine here. Okay. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. I don't know why it was saying that my sound wasn't coming through. So it was just a notification, but it seems like it's good. Brent oil, $40. Tesla? Oh, yeah. I meant to do Tesla. That's right. Tesla's updated to the stock Notion dashboard. So for all of you guys that are new, that have just joined, I have a free Notion dashboard. Notion's just the company, like the user interface. It's like TradingView is this. Notion is just the backdrop. I have a dashboard that I set up. You can filter by crypto, you can filter by stocks, you can see the gallery and kind of scroll through all the assets there. You can go to the table, you can search whatever you want, but this contains all the assets that I've been putting in there. There's Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin I did today. I have Meta, Microsoft, Tesla. You can view the screenshot and the current wave counts. You can see the TradingView link. You can see all that stuff from the dashboard, which is available in the Discord. But with Tesla, my next targets on Tesla are between 600 to 900 on the wave 5. So this being the 1, 2, the wave 3, the wave 4, and then we're currently in the 5th. My next targets are between like 900 to 600. Depending on how these waves develop rather. My next target on Solana is 500 to 800. Or no, yeah, was it 500 to 800? I can't remember. I gotta go back and look. Correlation with alts targets you are charting. I mean, yes and no. Correlation with alts targets you are creating. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, I do have Bitcoin coming down a little bit more. For those of you that have been following my thesis for a good bit, I have Bitcoin coming down to the 60 to 50K region. If we see that region, depending on how altcoins do, I mean, altcoins have held up pretty decently over these past couple of drops. When you get big drops on Bitcoin, 3 to 5%, usually you see alts down like 10 to 15. And some of them have held up pretty good, so we'll see. But I do have altcoins coming down a little bit more for this next drop down, and then after that it's outperformance. So like XRP, Ethereum, those targets I was talking about when Bitcoin enters its next cycle or next 5-way move essentially to the upside, that for me has a target of 200, and then we'll get some outperformance by altcoins. What is a good Tesla buy price? I mean, the way that I do it, again, this is my personal strategy and maybe contrary to some others, but buying in wave 5s are always the riskiest because, like, if you look at the whole chart of Tesla, let me get it all on the screen here. You've had the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. Buying in wave 5s always carry the most risk. Wave 5s typically don't really extend that much. So, if I was to buy Tesla, I would wait for this thing to top out for the wave 5 and then wait for the ABC pullback. That, for me personally, that's what I would do, because there's so many. I can't, like, it's a hard concept for me to understand at first, but then once you kind of take a step back and stop chasing stocks and let them come to you, it becomes a lot simpler. When you look at stocks like Tesla, you're like, I need to get in Tesla, I need to get in Tesla. Like, you know, Tesla's going to be the next runner. Well, you could get into Tesla, but, you know, you're in the wave 5. So you've already missed this 5-wave move. So you only have one more leg to go, and then you're going to have an ABC correction, which is why it carries more risk. The better risk to reward investment opportunity / trade is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait for the 5 to complete, and then wait for the drop, and then get in. So there's always another opportunity. And stocks that have completed their 5-wave move are, I know Sparsha's favorite, Robinhood. So Robinhood is different than Tesla. Tesla is currently in, let me clean up some of this chart so then it's a little bit easier to see. So with Robinhood, for example, we've already had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, and then we're in the decline, and Tesla's here. Tesla's in this 5th leg. That's where Tesla is according to the structure. It's already completed the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're currently in the 5. Now, Robinhood's not the reverse, but kind of the reverse. It's already had its 5-wave move, and it's in a pullback. So to me, Robinhood, in my opinion, is a good buy because it's already had its 5-wave move. It's in its ABC pullback. You know, the risk to reward looks a little bit better. Another one, shorter time frame, is Circle, which I bought recently, and I have another limit order which I'm hoping gets filled, so we'll see what price does tomorrow. But Circle on the smaller time frame has had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up, and it's in its correction, which is why I've decided to purchase. Let's see, Neo is another example. We've had a 5-wave move up on Neo. Here, we're in the corrective move, and we're kind of in the wave 3 now. So I would say the risk to reward is, you know, wait for the next pullback. But on the monthly time frame, you can see Neo has already had its big move followed by a correction. So you've had the 5-wave move up, the correction down, and then it's entering its wave 3. Which Tesla is currently in, you know, the last wave 5. There's so many other stocks and cryptos that are just not in their final leg, which for me is just a better risk to reward trade. HIMS is another good example too. I think when SpaceX goes public, it will steal liquidity and start Tesla's correction. Possible, yeah. I mean, I think I avoid IPOs because they typically, Baldwin, thanks for the Go Popular. Thank you for that. When you get these IPOs, there's always so much volatility around them. You know, they typically shoot up or they decline. You really don't know. For me, I wait for structure. So on Circle, you know, you had the IPO. It kind of, you know, pumped up a little bit, dumped, and then you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the low, and then wait for the correction and then buy. That's typically what my strategy is, you know, wait for the correction, then buy. But yeah, we can look at HIMS. Solana. You've helped me so much, bro, for real respect. I appreciate that. I've learned the hard way through 8 to 9 years of my investing journey. I've learned the hard way, so I try to help others avoid the same mistakes I did. HBAR, yeah, we can look at HBAR. And guys, I just appreciate the patience with the charts. There's a lot of requests in there, so I want to get to every single one. I may not, so just have patience. With all the chart requests, it is hard to get to every single one, so I appreciate the patience on that. So with HBAR, we've had a macro wave 1, we've had the decline 2, and then you can even see here on HBAR as well. And this is why I try to find, the goal is to try to find positions that are about to enter their wave 3. That's the goal, because wave 3s are typically the biggest. So you've had the wave 1, the ABC2, and then the next wave up is the wave 3 for HBAR. And my next target on that is between $1 and 65 cents. So 65 cents being the base case, and then $1 being the potential extension for this wave 3 on HBAR. Yeah, we can look at HIMS. Is Neo the car company? Yeah, Neo's the electric car company. I think they're out of China. But yeah, they're the electric vehicle company, yes. Can you please look at VeChain chart by market cap, not price? I mean, I could, but the results seem to me the same. Confirmed signal available on my Telegram group. All right, we're not going to do promotions, traders, gold master. I am going to, just going to block you, honestly. I don't feel like having you in my chat, to be honest. So, don't click on that Telegram group. I guarantee it's probably a scam, so don't do that. Optimism, I'm pretty sure we looked at that before. It looks like it's in its corrective structure, and we're just waiting for, impulses off the low. There's really not a lot of structure to it right now on Optimism, unfortunately. What was the next one we're gonna look at? Solana. Yeah, Solana. I mean, we already looked at Solana earlier. I can briefly go back to it, but 500 to 800 is my next target on Solana. Dan, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. I know it's been a while, so good to see you in here. Hims? Hims looks pretty good. And this is another thing that I was just mentioning. As Tesla is in its wave 5, Hims is in its corrective structure. So let me see if I can get everything into chart here. So with Hims, we've had the 1, we've had the 2, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 3 with a 4 and then a 5. So we've already had a 5-wave move, and then currently we're in this A wave, B wave, and then C wave. So with Hims, we're, risk to reward wise, we've negated a lot of risk by not buying in wave 5, rather buying at the correction, and that's when you want to buy, not the wave 5s, you want to buy in the correction. And you can see on Hims, we came down to the 0.786, lost it, came back up, and is kind of showing support here. Where's the moving average on this thing? We did reject at the weekly moving average, which, is an interesting sort of pop-up. So we popped up here and then rejected. I'm curious to see what this looks like on the daily time frame. The daily, we're still kind of consolidating under. I mean, there was this huge gap up, and then we kind of filled in this gap. But from a long time frame, I mean, this thing looks pretty good. For my next target on this, it's right around 127 to 200. So really between 100 to 200 dollars is my next target on Hims. So I mean, that's a pretty good opportunity right there from a risk to reward standpoint. Check VE Bloom Energy. Thank you, you the man. Thank you. This I love that meme. This open not looking good, bruv. You said Hims. Yeah, this is Hims. Yeah, this is Hims. So my next target on Hims is like $100 to $200 on Hims. What's the open on NASDAQ right now? Are we down pretty big? BE Bloom Energy. Let's see. I think we might have checked that before. Let me see. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, that's right. We did check this. I remember this because I have, and I'm pretty sure you requested it last time too. Again, for all the new viewers that are coming into the TikTok live right now, I am broadcasting in landscape format. If you can't see my entire screen or want to see the larger screen, please feel free to flip the video into landscape. It'll just give you a better picture. So totally up to you. Don't have to, but I am broadcasting in both. So feel free to do that if you will. But yeah, on Bloom, and the structure is still holding on Bloom. We've had the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and then we're currently in the 5th. Just waiting for that 5th to top. That's really where we're at. Just waiting for this. It almost looks like we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. So it does almost look like this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5-way move. So the risk to reward on this right now, given that we are in the 5th wave, and let's see. Maybe we pump up to 192 at the 1.618, which is a typical topping point for wave 5. The next logical scenario after this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would be an ABC down. Depending on where this thing tops out, does it top out at 200? Does it go to 250? Whatever that ends up being, we'll be able to chart out the correction. And, after this 5 completes, we'll get an ABC down to, somewhere one of these zones. But it does look like it's in the 5th leg. So buying now carries significant amount of risk compared to waiting for a correction. Novo Nordisk. Yeah, we could do Novo Nordisk. Have you ever checked out XYO? What's up, Crypto Scott? I want to say we done XYO before. If I'm not the Kraken one. Yes, we have checked out XYO because all the stuff is still on here. So, yeah, I mean, on XYO, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure, and then this ABC structure. My next target on XYO from the last time we drew this is like 13 cents. So, what's that multiple right here? I mean, it's a 37x. That's crazy. But yeah, my next target on it is 13 to 22 cents on XYO. Thank you, Nick. I had it in Thank you, Nick. I had it in a 5-way move. I bought the book you said, and I'm getting better. Let's go. It's nice, right? It's super easy to read too. I'll say. So the book that Dan is mentioning is this book right here, Elliott Waves Made Simple, by Steve Sinclair. So this is the book. Again, it's 101 pages. Literally 101 pages. It gives you everything you need to know about Elliott Wave Theory, targets, everything, but Elliott Waves Made Simple is the book. So I'm hoping that it's helping. I know that it sounds like it is, which is great. But yeah, it just allows you to look at the market so much easier. Like you look and you're like, oh, wow, okay, I know where we're at. We're either in impulsive or corrective, and then you look to buy. Let's see, NVIDIA? Yeah, we could do NVIDIA. NVIDIA to me is top. So I've been talking about it. I know it's contrary to what most people think, but to me, NVIDIA is top. Let me see if I can get this back in zone here. This is what I'm waiting for next on NVIDIA. So we have a 5-wave move on NVIDIA. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move. So this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm waiting for this ABC corrective down. So my next zones on it were like 131 to 80 on NVIDIA, or however you pronounce it. Novo Nordisk. Yeah, we can look at Novo Nordisk. But yeah, NVIDIA looks topped, and I do think that coincides with SPY and NASDAQ and all of those indices being topped. Like once NVIDIA goes down, that'll bring the majors down as well. Bitcoin go now to 60? Possible. What's your major? I majored in finance, was my major. Started reading it. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. It's a great book. I will say it changed my mind on the market 100%. Cool. I just started learning Elliott Wave Theory. Very cool. I love Elliott Wave Theory. It really just provides you a lot. I see my wife is liking some of my stuff in the live. Thank you, Sam, for being in here. I can't get anyone to chart ZBCN in for me. Yeah, we can look at ZBCN. My major is finance. That's what I majored in. ZBCN. USD. And then I think there was Oracle. Which book? This is my favorite book. Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. So Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. It's $10 on Amazon, guys. $10. If you can't invest $10 in your financial education, I can't help you. $10 is less than a Chipotle burrito now because of inflation. So are you going to buy an inflated Chipotle burrito, or invest $10 into your education? There's my spiel for today. But what a shame, man. I remember Chipotle burritos used to be like $8. Now they're freaking expensive. Rickiest Morty, thank you for the Go Popular. What's your advice to get into this field? My major is economics. Like what books or courses? That's a great question. I mean, honestly, for me, I majored in finance. I was a financial advisor for about 3 years. I had all my, insurance licenses, my long-term care license, my investment licenses, my series licenses, and I was meeting with clients all the time, providing investment advice. And I learned a lot from it, but books to me is just, for like purely market-wise, like what the market does and how it operates, reading books is is phenomenal. Like that's going to be A, your starting point, but then B, trusting yourself and then putting the stuff that you learn to practice and just trial and error. So it's taken me, you know, a pretty good amount of time to learn these things, understand these things, and get familiarity with how markets move, and that just takes time and patience, honestly. Can you look at Litecoin? Just sorted the book. Hell yeah, I love it. What's up, Crypto Bull? Yeah, I mean, it's a great book. I will say it's really short. Oh shit. It's 100 pages. So it's only 100 pages, guys. Like, you can read that in a couple days, and it gives you everything you need to know about impulsive waves, corrective waves, how the market moves. It even gives you the full trading strategy at the end of the book. So if you want to use it on trading, you can, or investing, how I kind of do it in swing trading. But it gives you everything you need to know. So with that being said, on ZBCN, this is what I have for the wave count here. I remember looking at this. Yeah, when did we look at this? We looked at this at some point, but I can't remember when we looked at it. That overlap? No, that's right. That was it. So we had this, to me, was the wave. Where was it? Hold on. Let me go down. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 3, wave 4. Yeah, that's right. This was the wave 1 up here. So that was the I realize that you guys can't see that on the chart. Give me a second. So this was the wave 1 here, up here, and then we're currently in the wave 2. So this being the wave 1 with the wave 2, and then my next target on this was between 1 penny and like a penny and 18 cents. So between 0.01 to 0.018, almost 0.2. So 0.01 to 0.02 was my next zone on ZBCN. Oh, let me go back here. Let's see. SoFi, yeah, we can do SoFi. Which stocks are cooking this week? I'm thinking Tesla will be the winner. Bottom is in. I mean, I'm not really like a day trader. Like, that's just not what I do. I'm more of an investor, and I do take swing trades. Don't get me wrong. I take a couple swing trades here and there, but I'm more of an investor as opposed to like a day trader, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, this is the book. Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. So that's the book right there. Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. It's on Amazon. So if you just type in Elliott Waves Made Simple, you'll find it. It's like the first couple ones. Reading is hard. I get it, man. What's up, Drew? How's it going, man? I get that reading's hard, but if you want to invest in any, I will say reading, to me, like reading book, because there's so many different things on the internet. Like there really is. You can find so many different types of things on the internet. And for me, like reading the book from the true creators of what you're trying to learn, for me, has just been night and day difference. Investment banking is my favorite career, but I don't know how to start or how to use my major to get into it. Unfortunately, I never went into investment banking, so I really can't provide a lot of context there. I'm assuming you probably start maybe some level of analyst and then work your way up, but I don't really know the career trajectory in that space, to be honest. I was more on the financial advising planning side than I was on the investment banking side. Hoffa. Get the book, Hoffa. Get the book. I just started learning about investment banking. That's awesome. How is reading actually hard? People say stuff like that. He's joking. Hoffa's joking. He's not being serious. He's just messing around. So, okay, Bitcoin, because I know there's a few questions coming in on Bitcoin. So, nothing's changed for me on Bitcoin. We're just waiting. I'm just waiting for the move to happen, which has been more of a test of my own patience than anything else. Just bought the Elliott Wave book. Hell yeah. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know that a lot of the community members have purchased it and they've had great feedback. You know, they'll come back in the TikTok lives or the other streaming, like they'll come back in here on the live streams and they'll be like, oh yeah, I read the book. I'm learning a lot. Like, I'm really understanding the market, which has been phenomenal. Like, you know, it's a really good thing to learn. Like, I really can't stress that enough. Like, if you want to really invest in your education and learn these things, like, I can't stress enough, you know, putting some SBETA or BMNR. I'm looking at both. So those were actually on my watch list, SBET and BMNR. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin hasn't changed. Again, like structurally wise, I'm just waiting for this 5 move to complete on the daily time frame. So let me see if I can get everything in there. This being the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. That's what's next for me. Nothing's really changed on it. Again, I might be contrary to most people or, creators in the space. I'm just going based on what my strategy is suggesting. And the next zone for me is 60 to 50K. Potential to the 43K if we get super extended. So that's an if. But the only thing that's going to determine, do we hit these prices right here is what happens next. Like, do we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move with an extension down to 43K? Do we get, just a standard to 50? Do we get a shortened one to 60? It's really going to depend on how this structure develops in the wave 5. And the only way that we're going to know is patience and just waiting for the price to do its thing. We can't force it. You can't force what's going to happen. You just got to wait for price action to come about. But the next zones that I'm looking at is 60 to 50K. Do you think Bitcoin is going over 75K again? I mean, it's not necessarily off the table. If we get a further correction up, the zones that I was paying attention to for this wave 4, and again, this was back in February, when I, when I started charting this back in February. I think it was February, like February 8th, right here, right in this zone right here, after this major drop down, in this choppy zone. The zones that I was looking at for this wave 4, let me move this out of the way, was between the 0.382 to the 0.618, which is between 78 to 71. So I was expecting price to have some sort of pullback, to either to the 0.382, the 0.5, or the 0.618, with a potential to the 0.786. But I just had to be patient and let price action do its thing. So far, we've popped up to the 0.382, popped down, popped up again, popped down, came up to the 0.5, popped down, came up between the 0.5 and the 0.32 and had a rejection. So it's possible we go revisit 75 again and then go down. Could we go to 78 and then go down? Could we go to 83 and then go down? All those are possible for sure. But the next move after that for me is the move down to 60 to 50K. So that's my opinion. I'll definitely come back to let you know. Absolutely. Yeah, but I think financial advising is part of the investment banker. Maybe they work together, like trying to reach the same target, good opportunities. Yeah, it's a little bit different. I mean, with the financial advising side, I was working more so with, individuals and some businesses. I was working with some businesses to help them with their 401k plans and their benefit plans and things like that. But the advising space in particular, I was meeting with clients. I'm in Georgia, so I'm in like the Atlanta area. So I was meeting with clients there, and we were talking through investment strategies, insurance strategies, getting them their whole portfolio set up. But again, it was more on an individual basis as opposed to like a true investment banking opportunity. So a little bit different. What is the short term for Bitcoin? How is the short term structure looking like? 60 to 50K still. Oracle? We can do Oracle. Oracle. Oh. Oracle. When did I do this? When did I look at Oracle? Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. We did this before. Yeah, here's the whole structure of Oracle. So again, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this final leg 5, and then we got this big correction down, which, make sure this is accurate here. Okay, so let me zoom into the weekly. Give me a second. Let me move this in here. Yeah, and that's right. We've had the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and then the blow off top 5, and we've corrected that entire structure down to the 0.618. You can see here, yeah, you can see that. We're kind of at 132, which is where the 0.618 is. So Oracle to me is at a deep value discount on the weekly. We rejected at the 200 moving average here, but Price typically doesn't go that far down from the moving average. And, it typically, especially on the weekly, we might chop around here for a little bit and then reverse. But structurally, we've had a 5-wave move on a multi-year move. You can even see here on the monthly time frame on the 200 moving average. The monthly time frame is sloping up here. If we continue to chop around in this region and then we find support here and then we move up, but structurally wise, we've already had the correction on a massive time frame. Like this whole 5-wave move dates back to 86. So what's that? Almost a 30-year move, right? 30-year move. So we've had the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we've corrected this entire move down to the 0.618. So for me, Oracle's at a big discount right now. Solana prediction. I don't do time-based because you can't predict time. There's no strategy out there that can predict when things are going to happen. The only strategy you have is structure and the way that the market looks. So for me, the next targets on Solana are $500 to $800, but it's very hard to tell time-wise. If people say, hey, Solana's going to hit 500 by the end of the year, they're just blowing smoke at your ass. No one can predict time. And if they try to predict time, they usually get it wrong because you can't predict when things are going to actually happen. What is the next short term for 6050K for Bitcoin? Hey, Nick, how you doing? What's up, Mr. Carlo? What's going on, man? Thanks for the book recommendation. Absolutely, Tony. Nubis, yeah, we can do that. SoFi, yeah, we can do so. I think we already did SoFi, so I want to say all the stuff is still there. Yeah, that's right. So, and funny enough, look where SoFi is showing support, right at the 200 moving average right here. Or the weighted moving average, rather. So, we're showing support here. We're at a discount at the 0.618. So, not only are we at a deep value, but we also came down to the weekly 200 moving average. I'd expect a bounce from here, just for those reasons alone. But we've had the wave 1, we've had the wave 2, so that's the major wave 1 and 2. And then let me zoom out here a little bit so you can see the full picture. And again, I am broadcasting on landscape. For those of you that are on TikTok Live, you can flip the screen to see landscape, to see the whole structure. But these yellow waves are the larger waves. So those yellow are the larger waves. We've had the wave 1. We've had the wave 2, and then we've had a subwave 1, subwave 2. We're waiting for the subwave 3, 4, and 5 to complete the larger wave 3. So that's what's next. My next target on SoFi is between like $50 to $80. As we get a 5-wave move up, we'll be able to determine where that ends. But $50 to $80 is my next target. Nubius, yeah, we can do Nubius. Bitcoin structure right now, ABC. Yeah, we're still in the larger expanding flat ABC. Is this the 200 EMA? It's the 200 weighted moving average. So not the exponential, it's the weighted moving average is what that white line is. Thanks, yeah, absolutely. Do you like Oracle? I do think that Oracle will do great long term, and the technical support that as well. All right, we're not going to spam Victor. Sorry, I got to block you, bud. We're not going to come in here and do that. So my apologies, but I got to block you. So. Nubius. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I think we looked at this one before. I just can't remember what the structure was. Let me clean this up. Let me go to weekly here. Three. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay. So let me get this into screen. So we've had this low here back. Oh, where's my paintbrush? Let me move all this back into screen. So we've had this low back here in 2024. And then we've had this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then we're currently in a wave 5. For Nubius here, or Nubius, I don't know how to pronounce this thing, but we've had the 1, the 2, the 3, and then the 4, and you can see on these smaller time frames, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the wave 1, corrective 2, and then we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for the wave 3, corrective 4, and then we're in the 5th is what it looks like. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, wave 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so the next target on that would be, hold on. Between 182 to 200. So 180 to 200 would be the next target for the wave 5. And then once we get the wave 5, again, what do I always say about buying in wave 5s? They carry more risk because you're in the last wave of the structure. So obviously this carries a little bit more risk than waiting for the correction. But nonetheless, you have a 1, you have a 2, you have a 3, a 4, and a 5. And then you'll get an ABC corrective structure that looks something like that. You know, say Nubius pumps up to that 200 target. You know, if we pump up to, say, 230, we would be looking at 146 to 95 as the next target. But buying in a 5th wave carries more risk. The better risk to reward to eliminate and manage risk would be wait for this 5th leg to develop, wherever this thing tops out at, wait for it to ABC down, and then the better risk to reward would be buy down here. Again, you don't have to follow that, but that would be my strategy and carrying better risk to reward on that trade. Can you show the book again? Yeah, absolutely. Elliott Wave Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. It's on Amazon. It's like $10. So Elliott Wave Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. It's on Amazon for like $10. Gold's topped, but we can do the analysis. Filecoin's still in corrective mode. Oh yeah, Novo Nordisk, we were going to do that. I missed your Bitcoin wave analysis. Current uptrend to complete wave C or wave 2 and 5 down. We're still in the corrective zone, so just waiting on 60 to 50K to bottom out. So we're still in corrective zone for that. Ondo's still in corrective. I remember looking at it. There's really no structure to it. What is the difference between the big lines and the smaller ones? Big lines and smaller ones. Oh, I think I know what you mean. So how Elliott Wave Theory works is, I'll draw it out. So you have a wave 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and then we're currently in the 5th, right, for Nubius. Now, that is part of a larger wave 1. So let me chart this here. Hold on. So the way that it works is you have 5 waves inside of a larger. So there's these different drop down menus here. You can see here you have like primary, intermediate, primary. So the way that it works is this would be the 5 wave move of a larger wave 1. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a larger wave 1. Then you'd have an ABC pullback of a larger wave 2. And then after you get that, then you would have another 5 wave move of a larger wave 3. Then you'd have an ABC pullback of a larger wave 4. And then you would have another 5 wave move of a larger wave 5. So that's like 5 waves to complete a 1, 3 waves to complete a 2, and it just stacks on top of itself. I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but I am working on... I have free link... what was that? I have... Oh, did you link that in the Discord, Drew? Did you link that in there? So yeah, for those of you that want to get it, I think Drew put it in there. Did you put it in the general chat? Was that where you put it? Let me see. Free PDF of the book. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So if you guys are in the Discord, Drew put the link to it in the Discord, or I guess it's a free version of it. So free PDF. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, join the Discord, and Drew put it in there. Thank you for that. SoFi, are we on wave 5? So SoFi, we are in subwave 2 of a Mac. So this is a good example actually to showcase like how it works. So with SoFi, for example, let me try to get all this in the chart. So we have the yellow larger waves and then the white subwaves. So we have this being the wave 1 and 2, and then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the wave 3. So it's like waves inside of waves. I know that might sound very confusing, but that's like how the strategy works. So we are currently in subwave 2 of macro wave 3 of SoFi, and the next target's 50 to 80 bucks for SoFi. Him had the 3-wave down. Yeah, so him's currently in its corrective 3-wave down, yes. Novo Nordisk. Let's see what we got here. So Novo, to me, just based on this chart, it looks like it's in its corrective, but let's see what we got. What time is it? 8:30? Okay. This one's going to be hard to get all the price action in. So if you guys are on, for those of you on, it's the whole book. I cross-checked with mine. Hell yeah. All right. So Drew put the whole book for free in the Discord. So instead of buying it on Amazon, Drew found it on, I guess, a PDF version. So join the Discord and you get the book for free. It's a free PDF. If you want to join it, just go to the link in my bio. It's a Linktree account, and it'll have all my socials. And then you can join the Discord from there. Okay, so Novo. Yeah, absolutely. Drew is clutch. Okay, so for those of you on TikTok, it's hard to get this whole price action structure in on the vertical. If you guys could move to landscape, that'd be great. But from what I'm looking at, this looks like the wave 1, the wave 2, the wave 3, the wave 4, wave 5. Okay, so yeah, that is actually pretty clean because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 5, 3, wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so let me zoom. Let me get this full price action here. Let me see if I can get it all in. All right, so yeah, here we go. I can get that all in. Okay, so these are 3-month candles, guys. These are like massive 3-month candles. But let me get this here. So on Novo, you've had a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then this wave 5. So you've had a completed 5-wave move, and then you can see this big correction here. Now, as far as we've corrected, you go to the weekly. Give me a second. We're currently sitting between the 0.618 and the 0.786. You can see, price action is kind of in between this right here. On the weekly, we can see the weighted moving average is up here, kind of sloping down. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. It's just that we're kind of sloping down. On the monthly, it plays a different story here. So you can see on the monthly, if I zoom in here, we're kind of, we kind of chopped around this 200 weighted moving average here on the monthly. We had, price that came down, came into it, popped up, came down, popped up, had a huge candle through it. You can see this huge candle kind of rejected through it. Could we continue going lower to 31 and then, reverse? And then the key point would be, if we find support here and then break back through the monthly moving average and move up, and you can see on the entire chart of Novo Nordisk, I think this is the first time we've come below the 200 moving. We popped down here at the wave 2 and then came up. Wave 4 came close, came up. Then this wave 5 had a massive correction. But nonetheless, we've had a huge correction here on Novo Nordisk after a 5-wave move. The next target on this would be like 200 to 400 would be the next target. So anywhere from 2 to 400 would be the next target on Novo Nordisk from the current levels. Where else do you stream? So I stream on, I don't know if TikTok's going to flag this because sometimes they do, but all of my socials are in, because I'm gonna end the live soon, and like so it doesn't really matter. But I stream on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and then TikTok Live. So I'm broadcasting in all of them depending on what you prefer. Let's see. Hi, I need help with oil. Is it going down? What program? So this right here, this like charting feature like thing, it's called TradingView. It's a free website. You can go on, sign in with your Gmail account, and then you can instantly get access to this. There's paid versions where you get like more than 2 indicators on the chart. You get like 100 alerts. I use it more for charting than I do the actual like anything else more than that. So for me, this is just a really good user interface for charting, but it's called TradingView is what I use. So it's pretty good. I need help with oil. What's oil? What are we doing with oil? Oil futures. That one doesn't really show much. Is there a crude oil stock? Crude oil futures. Talk about Rip City on that. I mean, oh wow, that's futures is up to 9,000. I mean, I don't really use it for this type of stuff. Like, I mean, you could, but it looks like we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that, and then this corrective 2, and then we're kind of moving up on what this is crude oil futures. But it looks like we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this corrective 2, and then we're kind of in the 3, so that's interesting. I can't get in until tomorrow. Can you do NVIDIA but shorter time frame? Yeah, we can do NVIDIA. Again, guys, I'm not a day trader, so just want to throw that out there. Like, I swing trade, but US oil. Yeah, I'll go back to US oil in a second. Oh wait, I gotta remove that because that's for VIPs. I have a VIP service too that I provide. So for those of you that are interested in stuff like this, I do have a VIP membership. I do have a free Discord too that provides all that information on like a free version. But I do have a VIP membership that I train people how to do Elliott Wave Theory, train people how to chart. We do 3 coaching calls a week. I think there's a couple VIPs actually in the chat today, but we do 3 coaching calls a week. I provide swing trade notifications of when I'm personally entering into a swing trade opportunity. We took one. I'm actually in one position today, and then I have the chart library. So for those of you that are just joining, I have a free stock and crypto chart library where you can go to, and you can see, like, I don't know, I'll pull up NVIDIA, for example. You can see the entire chart structure of NVIDIA from start to finish with all the wave counts. And then I think Apple might have, and then you have the buy zones here, and then you have the whole wave count structure. EOS is another one that I just added, but you can go in there and it's a free library. I update this daily and weekly, and I added a bunch of different assets in here, but I have a VIP version of it where I actually provide like a lot more detail of buy zones and sell zones, but there is a free version that does the same thing. It's just at a lesser degree. But do we have a time to look at WIF? Yeah, we can look at that for sure. I'll probably do 2. Let's do 2 more chart requests, guys, and I might log off because I am getting tired. Long day today, so I'm gonna do. We can look at WIF, and then we'll look at NVIDIA, and then WTI is what we can look at. But NVIDIA, I have in its current wave 5, and I'm waiting for the correction on NVIDIA. So we've had the 5-wave move. We've had the wall. Oh, I need my paintbrush. We've had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then. Do we see a little bit more upside for a B-wave bounce? Possibly, but more than likely, the correction is next, and my next zones are 131 to 81 to start dollar cost averaging into NVIDIA. For me, the risk to reward is not very good for buying NVIDIA right now. If you were to have bought NVIDIA, it would have been, back here in this corrective 4. So after this wave 3, wave 4, buying it down here carried a lot less risk. And then now we've had a big move up for a 5-wave move. And the more highly scenario is we have a correction towards $131 to $81 is the next move. Nvidia is not going to 81. We'll see. I mean, it's possible. So the thing is, again, guys, you got to take your emotions out of trading. You got to just see what the chart gives you. It's not off the table. I can show you multiple assets that have pulled down to the 0.618. It's possible, and it's not off the table. Now, with Nvidia being in its wave 3 with this corrective 4 to come, typically wave 4s pull back to the 0.382, which is right at 131, which would be the likely scenario. And you can see on the monthly chart here, the weighted 200 moving average is all the way down here at $46. We could see this ABC drag on, the moving average catch up, and then, we bottom maybe between 131 to 100. But again, the 0.618 is not off the table. I can show you multiple assets that pull down that far. So you just got to keep that in mind. Got to keep that in mind because it is possible. But on the shorter time frame, we're in the wave 5. So we're in this current wave 5 of 3. So just waiting for that to complete, and then we'll have the correction. Let's see. How do strong versus weak fundamentals master in the S? So I also factor that in as well. Typically, you'll see, high like stocks and cryptos with good fundamentals have really big explosive moves from an Elliott Wave standpoint. But that is also something that I look at when I'm investing. I want to pay attention to fundamentally sound companies too, because at the end of the day, you are investing in a company, and you want to make sure you're investing in a solid company. Like if you're just throwing money out there, I look at fundamentals, and then I also look at technicals as well. Nvidia could get to 130-ish, but no lower. We're all in deep shit if it's lower than that. That's exactly why it could happen, because the market doesn't care about your position. If you're buying here at the top of wave 5 at 188, you're putting significant risk on yourself. Like structurally, the next move is down, and we've already had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next move is down. The market doesn't care when you bought. Like if you bought at 34 or 111 or 200, like the market doesn't give a shit. The market's going to do what the market does, and after a 5-wave move, you get a correction. Let's see. I could probably find one on here. Right here. So this wave 3 right here. This wave 3, right? We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similar, and I'll jump to it in a second, but you have this 5-wave move, right? On this. Look where the price came down. It came down between the 0.618 to the 0.786, which is on this move right here. So you have this. Why can't I get my paintbrush? You have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we came down to the 0.786. Okay, if we use that same thought process on this move, so we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if price decides to come down to the point, let me put the 0.786 on here. If price decides to do what it did back here, right here, well, guess what? If it goes down to the 0.618 to the 786, we're at $81 to $45. So it's not off the table, and I just showed you an example of that happening. Again, the market doesn't give a shit when you bought. Let's see. I could probably find another example of it. Okay, here. Back here at the wave 1. I know this was early on in 2005, but look at this chart right here. We had a 5-wave move and a pullback. We came way below the 0.786. And then, let's see. I'll probably find another one here. Okay, here's another one. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave here for this wave 1. Let's just take a gander where price came to. The 0.618 right here. So we've had a 5-wave move up for this initial wave 1, and then a pullback 2. Look where price came down to. The 0.618. So again, guys, I don't do that to scare you. I don't say it in terms of fear or engagement. I am just going off of how price can react. Again, it's going to be determinant on how structurally we develop. Do we get a deep wave A with a big bounce B and then a deep retracement C? It's possible, but again, you got to remove your emotions, remove your emotions from investing and trading, because it's going to get you wrecked every time. but wave 2 but wave 2 can go to 100%. It can go just before 100%. Yeah, so wave 2 cannot retrace into the territory of wave 1. So if on Nvidia, for example, back here after this 5-wave move with this wave 2, if price were to have declined all the way to the starting point of wave 1, right there, to the starting point of wave 1, it would invalidate this 5-wave move. So it can go close but not cross, is the way that it works. Okay. Once this happens, it'll be crazy. I remember you saying Bitcoin dropping when it was around 85K. What's up, Zayd? How's it going? Yeah, I mean, again, I don't say these things for engagement. Like, I'm not going out here just trying to farm engagement and say, oh my God, you know, Nvidia's going to $80. Like, yeah, sure, I could do that, but I feel like a scumbag just farming engagement. Like, I'm not going to do that. You know, I could really, if I wanted to, again, you know, if I wanted to, I could really start amping it up and saying, Nvidia's going to $80. You know, I could do like one of those rage bait videos. I don't do that because that's not my personality. But I could do like one of those rage bait videos, like Nvidia's going to $81, prove me wrong. And then I'm gonna get, you know, I'm gonna farm engagement because I'm gonna have, you know, tons of people commenting in those videos saying, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. And I'll get like 100 comments. The video will get, you know, 10 to 20,000 views. But I'm not a rage bait, you know, engagement farmer. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, it's not off the table. Like if you get Nvidia at $81. That's going to be a great buying opportunity. So don't get scared when it comes down. You know, if we go to 131 to 80, don't get scared at those levels. That to me is a great zone. Nvidia puts. I mean, you technically could. I mean, it isn't a 5-way. We could see some more upside. You know, potentially maybe we get some level of a bounce up and then we start the correction. It's possible, but yeah, I mean, when I was saying Bitcoin was dropping when it was around, you know, 85 to even 98, I was getting a lot of people coming into the stream saying it's not going to happen, you know, this. And I'm like, all right. And then it did. So, okay, I think I'm going to call the stream there. I'm a little tired. It's almost 9. So I'm going to call the stream there. I'll be live again tomorrow at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. So for those of you that want to tune in tomorrow, I'll be live at then. If you want to join the Discord, we do have a free Discord. Just go to the link in my bio. You can access the Discord, and then you'll get access to this crypto library. So it has, or crypto and stock library rather. So you'll have all the assets in there. You can view the chart, the wave counts, basically what we just went through today. All of that is put in here. So you can pick on, you know, all right, I want to see Meta, you know, where's Meta's wave count? And then boom, you can pull up the chart. And then it gives you levels of buy zones and then sell zones of, you know, what those, is it free? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a free library. And I do have a VIP version, but that's for the paid group. That's separate. But yes, this dashboard is free. I have a free Discord, so feel free to join that. And then Drew over from YouTube put in the Elliott Waves Made Simple book. So you can go in there and it has the full full PDF read as well. So that's in there. But if you're not in there, hope to see you in there. If you do decide to join, hope to see you in there. But yes, this stock library is free if you want to go check that out. SNDK in there? No, so I didn't add that in there. I try not to put too much. Like again, I already have almost 20 in there, and I focus mainly on the majors. So I'll tell you what's in there right now. We have Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, QQQ, Nvidia, Apple, EOS, VeChain, MSTR, SPY, Amazon, and XRP. So all those are in there. I typically, the way that I'm going to structure this is on the library itself, I'm going to have all the majors. So I'm going to have the Mag 7, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, QQQ, SPY, and then anything I'm personally investing in, as I'm going to be throwing them in here. So I'll focus on basically all the majors, you know, all the major stocks, the Mag 7s, the golds, the silvers, the SPY, the QQQ, then, you know, all that stuff will be put in there. And then anything I'm personally looking at to invest in, that'll all be in there as well. different structure. So every chart's different. You know, it's just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. You know, Bitcoin's in a very different stage than Ethereum. Every chart is unique to the company itself. So stocks can vary and they can be very different. So it just depends, you know, on what wave count they're in. So with that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow if you decide to tune back in. I think the live stream on the computer worked a lot better. I like the format better. I like how my picture is actually in it. And then on, let me move this up actually. I like how my picture is actually in it on the computer versus me going through the phone and flipping it back and forth. So I think this experience was a lot better. I appreciate the support, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow, but have a great weekend. Or not a great weekend, a great rest of your Sunday. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow. And live, and...